Albanese, they have to replace Susan Lee. I'm sorry, I've said it before. They have to replace Susan Lee. I'm sorry. She's got to go. You need a hard, strong, aggressive political leader, determined to take the fight, determined to destroy the Albanese government, as Rita says, starting today. This bunch of radical communists, even the rest of the world is laughing now at the Albanese government. We need a very strong, determined coalition, opposition. They don't have many seats in Parliament, so they've got to be strong in their conviction, they've got to be strong in their ideas, they've got to be strong in their focus, they've got to slam this government down. This bunch of communists have to be destroyed and brought down, and we need a new government that puts individuality and aspiration back at the heart, and capitalism back at the heart of this government. We need a new leader of the coalition tomorrow, not in 3 months' time, tomorrow. And they've got to be good, and they've got to be strong, and they've got to be a fighter, and they've got to fight this net zero thing and win. That's what we need. Well, voted Rita against net zero. Net zero is communism. Be really clear on this fact. Net zero is a globalist, communist, collectivist manifesto designed around an ideology designed to punish people and business and capitalism in order to push a communist globalist creed. That's what it is. The LNP must abolish it, Rita. More people working for the government, living off the government, relying on the government for their needs, getting their kids addicted to relying on the government, whether it's climate change, where the government controls all your electricity bills and regulates, whether it is our national security, where again, the government turns its back on our closest ally, America, and embraces China with open arms, and Albanese locks himself away in the big hall in Beijing for hours on end with no journalists allowed to hear what they're talking about. All roads lead to a communist Australia. Now, that might be hyperbole, maybe, but look at the facts. Every single government policy is taking us harder left, and it's scary.
We'll have a look at it. It's called Comrade Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's 40-year alliance with Australian communism. Well, Trevor, tell us about Albo and his brush with communism, therefore, in Australia.
Well, it's not a brush, it's an ongoing commitment. But, you know, it started in the 80s when he was at the University of Sydney. He was very much involved with people like Professor Frank Stilwell and others who were in the orbit of the Communist Party. And he was deeply in the orbit of the Communist Party of Australia. He worked with them. They were his friends, probably a secret member at some point, but he was a rising star in young Labour left at the time. In 1990, the Communist Party of Australia dissolved and reinvented itself as the Search Foundation, a foundation based out of Sydney, seeded with about $3 million of Communist Party of Australia money. And the goal of the Search Foundation was, by not being openly communist, to be able to infiltrate the left wing of the ALP left, and the Greens and the ACTU and other social movements much more effectively. Anthony Albanese has worked with the Search Foundation from day one. He has followed their dictates. He has employed their people. He has followed their policy programs. Even his current chief of staff, Tim Gartrell, one of the most powerful people in America, is a Search Foundation comrade. Former General Secretary of the Labour Party, darling of the Labour left, Tim Gartrell is a member of the Search Foundation, the descendant of the Communist Party of Australia.
Their side of the story, and it is fascinating to read, and no less so in this instance. The Global Times read, some Australian politicians just don't get it. They're referring to Dutton. They try to block the improvement of China-Australian relations, constantly spewing harmful rhetoric and hijacking the relationship only for their personal benefit. They have not spared the horses in praising Albanese's handling of this situation, while claiming that Peter Dutton guy is, quote, beating the drums of war.
How dare
you can just see Dutton with one of those drums strapped to his stomach, like going for it, helter-skelter.
Well, he is, but he's beating them for Donald Trump.